All right. What's poppin'? What's going on? So there is a growing movement in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to revive what was once known to be its Black Wall Street district, or in other words, to revive its long history of wealthy and successful so-called Black entrepreneurship that thrive along the Greenwood district of the city a century ago. But in today's era, this revival is being attempted with its funding and assistance by a program dedicated to help assist the growth of a lot of Black and Latino owned startup companies through tech. You know what? I could show it to you better than I could tell you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this article for you guys, and the link to this article is located in the video description box underneath. So let me open this screen share. All right. Oh, and by the way, I would like to give a special shout out to the Black Brain Trust, because I got this article from them, or I received the knowledge of this topic from them as a result of watching one of their latest videos. So Black Brain Trust, the Black Brain Trust, mainly Brother Mike V and Complex Design, introduced this topic to the space. I was not aware of that until they spoke about this. So all I'm just doing is I'm just repeating something that the Black Brain Trust introduced to the space. So, special shout outs to them. So if you guys want to give thanks when it comes to this information, give thanks to the Black Brain Trust. They introduced this information out to the space. So I'll read this article for you guys. All right. And this article is from blackenterprise.com, and it's titled Founders Launch Tech Startups in Tulsa in Movement to Help Revive Black Wall Street. The article is written by Jeffrey McKinney, and the article is written on January 28th, 2022. And the article starts by saying this: in its prime, the district popularly known as Black Wall Street was regarded as one of the most prosperous and affluent Black communities in the nation. Located in the mainly Black Greenwood district in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the early 20th century, it was sizzling with hotels, luxury stores, restaurants, banks, and many other businesses. And let me pause right there. It also, based on what I've read about Black Wall Street, that district also had its own private airport. Wow. Black owned, by the way, a Black owned private airport. But I'll continue reading. But that ended with the Tulsa Race Massacre, which destroyed the area and led to the killing of hundreds of Black Americans. Now, Black and Latino companies have plans to become part of a larger movement to revive Black Wall Street with tech startups in Tulsa. 17 founders of those firms are part of the first cohort of Act House. It is a new accelerator in the city geared to harvest minority-led startups with coaching, programming, and other services. Each company will get $70,000 capital investment to help build its business. So this revival is part of an accelerator program to help coach and to assist a lot of minority startup companies. And A lot of these companies that a lot of these minority-owned companies that are starting up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, are a lot of tech companies, and it's due to, as the article stated, due to a program called Act House. And Act House is part of a bigger program, which is called Building Tulsa. And I'll cover that a little bit later on, but I'll continue reading. It is a new accelerator. Okay, I already read that. Okay. After partaking in the 6-month Act Tulsa program, the cohort will engage in a live demo day and virtual event on February 9th, which already passed, to showcase their technologies. Act Tulsa is part of the Building Tulsa network, as I just stated. In an email, Dominic Arties, Act House CEO, stated, now this is the CEO of this accelerated program, and this is what he stated. He said, watching the evolution of these 9 companies grow in the past 6 months has been nothing short of amazing. From raising north of $4 million, founders growing their emotional quotient, also known as EQ, and teams as business leaders. These companies are showing the world that Latin and Black founders can return capital. So this program, Act House, already assisted in helping 9 Black and Latino owned startup companies improving their businesses. And according to the email, the CEO of this program stated that he was able to raise over $4 million in order to help these 9 startup companies grow. So he's actually successful in this. This is, it's ironic that I said actually successful, because how isn't that so-called Black and Latino company shouldn't be successful? You know what I'm saying? It should be. Yeah. And it's making money and it's profitable. So it's showing that Black owned and Latino owned companies can be profitable, because I guess there's, not I guess, but in reality, there's a stigma in which people think that Black owned companies cannot be profitable or what have you. Yeah, what's going on, Complex? Yeah, Complex, thanks to you, man. Complex, I got to give you a special thank you for this information, because I got this from you, Complex Design. What's going on? Shalom, Sir Yahoo. What's going on, Ayo? Complex says, Wackyo going to share this live stream on the Brain Trust. Yeah. Well, heck, that's the hey, I'm just sharing the information that the Brain Trust gave to the public, But once again, everybody, I got to thank Complex Design and Mike V for this information, because if it wasn't for them, I would not even know that this was going on in Tulsa. But let me go back to in reading this article, right? One of the founders is Chandler Moore. I said Chandler Malone. I'm sorry. CEO of BootUp, a platform that helps tech companies fill their talent and diversity gaps through access to its database of over 20,000 bootcamp and vocational school graduates. From July to December 2021, we placed 254 candidates into their first tech jobs for a total of over $17.6 million in salaries, while oversubscribing our seed round from all Black-led funds and angel investors. More said via email. Wow. So, wow. All right. I'll continue reading. Meet the other new startups and their founders in Tulsa based on Act House information. You have Bottle Learning, an education platform that uses 3D games and adaptive learning technology to offer personalized math experiences for kindergarten to 6th grade students, founded by Edna Martinson and Clarence Tan. That's good. That's good. Using 3D games to educate children from grades K through 6, especially when it comes to mathematics, which is a very important thing for kids to learn. Another startup called Bounceless offers sports bras for fuller bus women to have the support they need during physical activity. Its co-founders are Chantel Lott and Deborah Edwards. And one of these female who co-found this, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you her having an interview and discussing her experience in the accelerator program of Act Tulsa and how she felt about it. Wow, okay. Offering sports bras for females of the larger type. There's another company called FanSub. FanSub is a SaaS platform developed to give fan data monetization and engagement autonomy to creators. It was co-founded by former NFL player Brandon King, along with Mike Lombardi, Cameron Williams, and Chris Davis. So you even have former NFL players taking part of this accelerator program and are benefiting from this. You have Biteway Nutrition, a meal prepping company in that provides healthy and affordable meals paired with nutrition advice. It was founded by Javen Washington. Okay. Okay. Healthy meal prepping company that provides people with healthy meals and affordable meals. And they're one of the startups that's also involved in the Act Tulsa or the Act House accelerated program. We have Bodify, a web-based platform that leverages computer vision and artificial intelligence to help online shoppers find the best brands for their bodies. It was founded by Carlanda McKinney. Okay. It's a Bodify, a website that I guess according to the website, well, according to what this article is stating, that a person can take a full body picture of themselves and can go and shop online and find clothing that will best fit their bodies. That's innovative. Wow, that's innovative. That's cool. You have Come Home, a tech-enabled direct-to-consumer brand for American men who are bald and dealing with hair loss. It was co-founded by Keen, Honora, and Majoy Lawson. You have another company called Fresh Fabrics, a mobile laundry service that eliminates the stress and hassle of laundry and provides pickup and drop-off services through a digital scheduling system. It was founded by Ambrose Midget. Wow, a mobile laundry service. So it's almost like Grubhub. It's like the laundry version of Grubhub, basically. You know how Grubhub, you could get food delivered to you just through a mobile app? Fresh Fabrics, you could get a delivery person to pick up your laundry and bring it back to you through a mobile app. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. This would, you know what? Something like this, like Fresh Fabrics, would become very popular in New York City or any large metropolitan city where there's a large amount of renters, because most people that rent do not own their own washing machine and dryer. Thus, they rely on on going to the public laundromat. And something like this would be very successful in cities like New York City, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Boston, Massachusetts, Chicago, Illinois, Washington, D.C., etc., etc. Okay, now there's another, and this is a black-owned. These are all black and or Latino and or Asian-owned companies that are being assisted by this Act House or Act Tulsa program. You also have a company called Cadenzo. Well, let me increase the size of zoom in for you guys can really see this. Okay, a company called, I think, Cadenzo, a marketplace that closes the gap between entertainers and venues so they can seamlessly book live events and communicate with one another. It was founded by Andres Gonzalez, Mark Lamanck, and Troy Smith. Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's an app or website that entertainers can book events just by a click of a mouse or just a tap on your smartphone. Wow, that's cool. That's cool, man. That is cool. That is nice. So I'm done. I'm done with this article. I'm done with this article. Okay. So you have an accelerator program who is funding and even coaching a lot of Black owned startup companies and even Latin owned startup companies in Tulsa. And a lot of these companies, startup companies, are tech companies. Thus, this is an attempt for a revival of Black or minority entrepreneurship in the city of Tulsa. And it's done by a program, like I said, called Act House. But Act House is part of a bigger company called Building Tulsa. Let me show you guys this the website to this company called Building Tulsa. Well, first I'm gonna show you Act House. Act House. The link to this website is located in the video description box underneath. Act.house. Okay. It's innovation knows no boundaries. Let's see on in the present. And collaborations collide where people reside. Welcome to Act House. Act House. Innovation is a universal language, and we're rewriting the playbook. All right. Okay, I really want to look in Act Tulsa. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is the program, the accelerator program within Act House. It's called Act Tulsa. Let me see. I want to see the about us. Raising equity by taking none. We help startups build legacies by raising the equity bar for Black and brown led startups. How we're leveling the playing field. This program is responsible for, or does what they do. They, like the article said, give up to $70,000 of capital investment with 0% interest, 0% equity. Wow. So it says receive enough capital to fund your idea, refine your product, and build your team. This is a legit program, by the way, people. 0% interest. You read that right. You pay no interest, no strings attached. 0% equity. Own what you build. We take no equity stake in your venture. This time, it's not too good to be true. Wow. See, a lot of entities that give capital to startup companies, of course, a lot of them ask for equity or a stake in the company in return of giving capital investment, which you can't blame them. Sort of like collateral, right? But this program, if you are a so-called Black entrepreneur or plan to be a so-called Black or Latino, if you're a so-called Black or Latino person and you engage in entrepreneurship or you plan to be an entrepreneur, if you or your company apply in this program, you can receive up to $70,000 in investment money, pay no interest, and you don't give this program or anybody any type of equity within your company. Wow. When I first heard this, I even thought it was too good to be true. I'm like, man, this stuff is fake. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's real. It's legit. It's legit. Build your own team, grow your own startup, establish your market position. Numbers speak louder than words. Tulsa cohort. Okay, so this is some of the accomplishments of Tulsa, of the Tulsa program. They funded 9 startup companies. 9 startups funded. They have 15 workshops, 40 plus advisors to advise entrepreneurs in a company. Received $140,000 in revenue. Wow. $630,000 invested, and we're just getting started. We don't just take our word for it, hear it from our founders. Okay. Registration is closed. Okay, so right now, the registration for this program is closed. It'll open up another time. Don't worry about it. So okay, these are what you see with these 3. These are not the founders of the program. These are cohorts or entrepreneurs who received or who were part of this program. And this is their testimony. So I'm going to play a video of their testimony. Hey, what's going on? Okay, there you go. All right, I'm going to play this video. Chantel Lotz.
It was a great fit. Like, I love the fact that the money that they give us to help us will go back to help another cohort. Like, that's really stuck with me, because I'm like, they're really I'm into community. That shows that they're into community too. So it was a no-brainer for me to apply, just because, again, it fit with what I would want to do. But now I get a head start in doing it, so just accelerated the pathway.
So you heard what she said? She said that the money that the program receives in helping one company is used to help another company. Wow. So this is from this guy. This is another entrepreneur who was assisted through the Tulsa program. This is an Asian brother. How come it's taking a long time? I don't know. That's strange, because when I played this video a few times before, it didn't take that long to load up. Now it's taking a while to load up. Here it is, Clarence Tan.
The terms were good. That's obviously the first answer. But in addition to that, I had met Dom prior at one of the coffee shops at Greenwood. He seems really knowledgeable in dynamics of building a team and working with and leading a team. And the program it sounded like it was very personalized. And we're in this season where we knew that we were going to grow very quick. And so if we didn't get the dynamics right, if we didn't have the right processes in place, it could potentially turn out not very good for us. I've been in a couple accelerator programs before. So all of those are all about like, hey, this is how you pitch. Hey, this is how you do a business model, business financials, but a lot of it's like you do it yourself. Something that has been really cool about Act also is, hey, you literally do it right on the spot. But in addition to that, something that I found very valuable, and I don't think I've heard in any other accelerator program, is the whole personal founder, build a strong habit, manage time well. How are you spending your time? What are processes for you to spend your time in your schedule, not from a big 1 year vision, but down to the day to day. I found that very helpful. Before I would sleep at 2, wake up at 8 or 9. Now I'm sleeping at 10 every night, waking up at 5:30. And I'm like, wow, I feel so much more productive. There's so much more time in my day. And I found that very beneficial.
So according to this cohort who benefited from he stated that the program even have advisors that teach entrepreneurs about time management, how to even manage your time. Wow. Wow. And according to Clarence Tan, this individual, he even stated that the program even teaches entrepreneurs how to manage their time on a day-to-day basis. The program is that personalized. So let us hear the testimony of this brother. Okay. I don't know why it's taking so much time to load. When I played these videos before, I played these videos a few times before, and it loaded real quick. Now it's taking, okay.
At Tulsa is probably one of the more founder-friendly accelerators you're going to find. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you just look at the terms and look at how they build themselves. You're not going to find that many other accelerators that are going to be as founder-friendly, as focused on the founders. So that's number one. And number two, I mean, if you think about all of the different options out here for founders in terms of accelerators, at Tulsa is Black owned, right? So Dominic is a big part of our decision to come down here because of his vision as well, not only for all of the companies in the cohort, but his vision for at Tulsa and Tulsa at large. So when you come down to Tulsa, Oklahoma, or something like that, when you have somebody leading the program who has a strong vision, and not to mention Dom is also bald, so he's a part of our customer demographic. But his vision, I think, also is a big part of us being down here.
Yeah, Dominic is one of the founders of the program. That's what he's talking about when he mentioned Dominic. But yeah, man. So these are some satisfied cohorts. What's going on, Rael? Yeah. Hey, yo, the internet be tweaking in the East Coast. Hold on. I don't know why the internet be tweaking in the East Coast, man. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, man. And like I said, Act Tulsa is a program from the company called Act House, and Act House is part of a bigger network called Build in Tulsa. I'm going to show what the hell's that noise? Damn, man, I heard something that sounded like an explosion outside or something, man. Damn, that's crazy. Anyhow, right? Yeah. So hold on for a minute. Hold on. Let me share this with you. Share this with you. All right. The link to this website is also located in the video description box underneath this video. buildintulsa.com. Build in Tulsa. Unleash Black America's infinite value and potential. When it comes to racial and economic justice in America, Tulsa is ground zero, not only for the problems of the past, but also for the solutions of the future. Quoted by Randolph F. Wiggins, Managing Director of Building Tulsa. Who we are: a scalable, replicable, tech-forward business and entrepreneurship ecosystem that catalyzes the creation of generational Black wealth. In other words, it's a network dedicated in reducing the racial gap between so-called Black and white people in America by assisting Black entrepreneurship. Attract high growth Black entrepreneurs to Tulsa. Educate, provide Black entrepreneurs with education resources. Mentor, provide access to a network of experienced experts. Fund $1 million plus dollars in funding opportunities for each venture. Wow. Business headquarters dedicated to Black entrepreneurs. Nationwide network of best-in-class partners and accelerators. So this here is something I never knew, right? Projected growth of U.S. GDP by closing gaps in Black entrepreneur funding in the next 5 years is $5 trillion. So, and the source is a study by Citigroup that was published in 2021. So according to a study by Citigroup, that if you close the racial wealth gap, and by funding Black entrepreneurship, the U.S. GDP or gross domestic product, right? The U.S. GDP can potentially grow to $5 trillion within the next 5 years. Damn, in just 5 years, the U.S. GDP can grow to $5 trillion if America works on closing the racial wealth gap. So there's a lot of money that can potentially be made in closing the racial wealth gap. So it's not only a righteous thing to do by closing the racial wealth gap, but it also can possibly be very profitable. This is something the so-called Black manosphere should look into instead of worrying about what the so-called Black female is doing, who the so-called Black female is having intercourse with, what type of male that the so-called Black female is attracted to, and all that other nonsense. Who we serve. Building Tulsa has assembled a best-in-class network of partners to support Black entrepreneurs at every stage of their journey, providing the resources and support needed for success. So for all you guys talking about, oh, we can't grow a business. We as Black folk can't be successful in growing a business. We can't open up a business. We don't get no support. We don't get no support. Nobody's there to help us. Black companies are doomed to fail. We don't get no support. Nobody want to help us. Well, guess what? There's a whole network from around the country in support, who are dedicated in supporting Black entrepreneurship, Building Tulsa. Okay? Black entrepreneurs across America who have been historically disenfranchised from financial and social capital to grow their businesses. Local Black Tulsans who are seeking to harness technology and entrepreneurship as a path towards wealth creation. So this also will definitely benefit so-called Black people that already lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Wow. All right, so you guys could read the rest of the website yourselves. Well, man, what's up, Sheed? We here. What's up, Sheed? Hey, yo. What's up, Degenerate Sharingan? What's up, Rael? Rael says, an old in the space told Complex Design that feminism was going to prevent him from being successful in his business endeavors. Yeah, I remember when Complex Design told me that. Yeah, Rael. Oh my gosh. Such a master teacher, huh? Is he? Such a master teacher, right? This is the same Negro that's considered to be the master teacher. Nah, man. He's a master reset artist. Because that's all he does is reset the conversation. And all he does also, and what he does also, is stunt the growth of younger so-called black people by trying to by promoting this defeatist mindset. Master defeatist. Not a master teacher, master defeatist. You know, oh, the Moynihan report this, the Moynihan report that, the Moynihan report this, the Moynihan report that. Okay, we know what the Moynihan report says. But what are we as so-called black males going to do to improve economically, socially, and politically? Regardless of what the fuck the Moynihan report says, we still got to focus on growth as a collective, as men, focus on growing on those three fields that I already said before: economically, politically, and socially, but also mentally and physically as well, and spiritually. You know? But man, when I first heard of this was like an eye-opener. I mean, the so-called black manosphere, we should look more into this. Especially when we have a lot of people in this space who claim to be entrepreneurs. You know? Anyhow, this is all I have to say. This is all I have to say. That's all. But this is an interesting piece of information. But this is the end of this video. Thank you for you guys for stopping by. And y'all have a good night. Peace. Hold on. Exactly. Hold on, Ayo. Ayo made an interesting point. People are stuck in 2017 talking about the damn negotiation table. Oh, Mike V's funny. Mike V's funny. He said entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Oh boy. Yo, Rael, you're gonna get a wrench after this video's over. I'm gonna give you a wrench after this video's over. Rael says we're supposed to be professional victims and wait for BLM to give us some of their reparations money. Oh wait, they just got charged for fraud. Oh boy. Oh, y'all funny, man. Oh boy. Yo, let me go, man. Let me go. Oh man. Speaking of Mike V, are you paying attention, or Rael, or anybody else? Are y'all paying attention to this March Madness, man? Damn, my brackets are already messed up with all these upsets, man. Yo, yeah. Yo, y'all funny. Homeboy said, oh, entrepreneur. Yo, I got tears coming out of my eyes. This stuff was so funny, man. Homeboy said entrepreneur. Oh, I'm done. Okay. Let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here. All right, man. Y'all have a great night. All right, peace.